Hey Eurovision fam, it's Alesia Michelle. I am so excited because today I am joined by Benny Cristo. It's the Czech Republic's representative for Eurovision 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I loved Kemama. I'm loving Omaga. Okay, what was the journey from Kemama to Omaga? Because the songs are a little bit different. It for Eurovision fans, it might feel like, oh, okay, this is sort of unexpected. What was that creative process like for you?
Well, the Kemama was actually my initial, way of how I wanted to kind of represent myself and the country. I just wanted to like basically tell people, yo, okay, I'm from this country, but like this is what I'm going through, and this is what's been happening in my life. So it was more of a story that I wanted to say about my life and da 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 da. But then obviously for the next year's Eurovision, the songs were forbidden. Like you can't perform with the same song. So I had to come up with something else, and I didn't want to repeat myself, and I didn't want to, have the same kind of vibe. So once, I had a story to tell, and if that didn't happen, I just went like, okay, so it's not meant to be, but I'm not gonna be, talking again about something deep. Plus, I think like people have been like through quite a lot, given like what's happening all over. So I was like, do I want to, dig into another topic, or I just want to make people happy, just like I want to, like make people around me happy. So I just went with that. So the process was just going from this heavier kind of topic into more like, yo, I'm happy that we're doing this again this year. I hope it's gonna happen, and I just want to have fun. So that was basically what I was going into it.
Awesome. I love that. So, yeah, you kind of alluded to this. I mean, other than making music, what have you been up to the past year? I mean, so many of us have been stuck in the house. People have picked up hobbies they've never done before, started baking. I don't know. For me, I was like, I'm just going to like house shop for fun. There was actually like a sketch on SNL where it was like, this is something millennials do for fun, just looking on Zillow and looking at houses and whatnot. What have you picked up a hobby? How have you been staying entertained this past year other than making music?
Other than making music, that shuts down quite a bit, like of a range of what I was doing, because I did a lot of music, even like for like in terms of like my country and stuff. But other than doing music, I'm a martial artist. I'm doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu quite professionally, like travel around the world and do competitions in it. So I was training that. Also couldn't compete, but I was training hard. I found out there's different ways that you can also prep for competitions and for fighting in general, and that is like getting better in balance in general. So I've taken on a lot of hobbies that involve balance, including slackline. If like walking on that like rope kind of between like two trees and just like falling down and not understanding how the hell am I gonna walk from one side to another. Eventually achieving that, also, just like stuff like that, just like different kind of, it was things that I would normally consider like, I would never like, sort of like slightly cheesy, but not really, you know what I mean? Just like, I don't know, just I've spent so much time on a fit ball, on the balance ball, like this rubber ball, the big one. I've spent so much time on it, but it's just like, if you tell this to a person, you're like, what have you been doing? It's just like, just 1 week I've been on this ball, just like finding balance and just like sitting on it, correctly, and just not falling and then standing on it. And they're like, this is what you've been up to like this whole week? Yeah, that's basically it. It's kind of my vibe now. So it's just, these kind of weird activities just put together. I don't know. But not watching houses though.
Well, I love that. We all have to come up with some hobbies and like ways of entertaining myself. Eurovision is probably my number one hobby. I don't know if I can consider that a hobby, but I'm going to say that it's a hobby for me. Okay. And then thinking about like balance and everything, the schedule for Eurovision is so crazy. Can you just tell me like what you've been up to for like the past month? Because I know it's probably been a ton, but just give me a little look into the schedule of Benny Cristo over the past month, I guess, kind of prepping for Eurovision.
So, it was definitely about like setting priorities and knowing like what I definitely wanna do and whatnot. So although there is all these prep parties were canceled, I'm still there's so much of things that you can do in terms of like Eurovision, in terms of like promo, in terms of like those live prep parties and stuff. So what I've been doing is just like working on my live show with my dancers, with the producer, missing a lot of those interviews, missing a lot of like, you know, like I've been basically every day. I like Ahmad, who's like our guy for like social media and for PR outside. He's just like, yo, you could do this, you could do a little bit of this and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I can't have this or this. So it's just like trying to find you know, balance in it, trying to at least some of the interviews make it happen and stuff. But it's just like, I don't know what else to do first. Literally, there's like so much of it. But yeah, it's fun.
Well, I'm glad that you had time to speak with me, because I wanted to talk to you last year because I loved Kemama, but I'm loving Omaga. Okay, can you tell me, like, when you were kind of working on that song, did you have like a vibe you were going for in mind? Was there like a particular story? Was there a thing that maybe happened? Like, what was sort of the birthplace of Omaga?
So the birthplace was with Filip Bilček, the producer. We actually had like the very first session in my house, and he brought guitar. And I remember I was in the kitchen. I was just like, yo, I have this idea for a melody. Came back to him, sang it to him, and he started, because he's super fast. So he started like building this amazing song out of it. And I was just like, oh, this is at the time we didn't even know that it's, because for Eurovision this year, I had to submit 3 different songs, and our jury, they picked one. So they picked Oh My God, you know, but I also had two other ones, you know. So we wasn't even sure that this song is gonna be the one. But in terms of writing the song, it was that's was the beauty about it. It's just like it was not like intentional for something specific. It was just like 2 guys met and we were talking, and then like this song comes up and I just started building the song, and then I have a story that actually is inside of that song's lyrics. It's just like, yo, I'm like, yo, you wanna come by, you wanna chill out, and then she's like, yo, I don't know, it's just like, you know, it's just like so much of it, you know, lately and stuff, and you know, I'm fat, you know, I've been eating so much over quarantine and stuff, and I'm like, yo, it doesn't matter, just come by, let's just watch something. I don't know, where you know, it doesn't matter, like I don't care, you know me, I don't care, like I know you already. She's like, I know, but like, I don't know. And so it's literally like life stories during pandemics, and then just like putting it into a song, and then you submit it to jury, and they're like, yo, this song, this is gonna be it. And I'm like, really, this one? And they're like, yeah, this song is representing Czech Republic in Eurovision. I'm like, oh fuck. Okay, all right, whatever. So then we just went with it, and then obviously Philip like made some you know, like how do you call it, adaptations, or how do you call it, adaptations?
Yeah. Well,
to
so
make it bigger.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that you picked the song. I love the song. It's definitely on my Eurovision faves playlist for 2021. So, and I'm not just saying that. I do my own selects playlist. And so with that in mind, you know, I wanted to ask you this question last year, and I'm going to ask you for this year. And I've asked everyone that I've interviewed this question. But of course you love your song, but if you could steal another country's song and put your own spin on it, do like the Benny Cristo remix, whose song would you steal? And you can pick from Eurovision 2020 or 2021 or both, if there's like a song you would have stolen last year or this year. So we could get 2 answers too.
Nice,
what do you think?
Nice. I already have it. I have it in mind for a long time. That's actually the song. Yo, now check this connection. So this song that I'm gonna pick is the song that I've been training on the balance ball the most. And that's Violent Thing from Ben Dolic from last year, from Germany. So that song, I fell in love with it so much. Like I hardly do it. Like I don't stream songs. I only buy them like on iTunes. I always buy the song so that I have it forever. I don't have to, you know, like wait for anything to, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So I bought that song. I bought Violent Thing. I even had the cover, everything, you know, I just loved it. And I probably know it, you know, by heart. So that's the song that I'm stealing. And also there's been a challenge last year that I've managed to make. I managed to actually make that, you know, deadline and managed to submit it. And that was like, what song would you like to, you know, do acoustic version of? And I was just like, man, Dylan's Violent Thing. I fucking love it. Finally, I can do it. Sorry for the cursing. So I did that. I love that song a lot.
Love it. Okay, so I am an American Eurovision fan. And, you know, my goal in life is to get more Americans, obviously, to watch Eurovision. So if you had an opportunity to talk to some Americans and you've got, you know, a couple of seconds, I'll say like 15 seconds, you know, to pitch them and tell Americans why they should watch Eurovision 2021. What would you tell them?
And I have like 15 seconds for it. Yeah, you're just telling me that now.
Well, I won't count you down, but just, you don't have a minute, okay? So just tell them, look in the camera and tell them why they need to watch.
Why do you need to watch? What are you even doing, man? Like you have the whole Europe in like, like on one palm, of a hand. You can watch all the performers of the whole, like continent together, the best that they can send and like represent them with. There's totally crazy fun going on. There's crazy production behind it. That's a big show. That's a European Super Bowl right there. What are you doing if you're not watching this?
I love it. I love it. That is definitely the pitch to do. Okay, what has been the best part of this Eurovision experience for you? I mean, Eurovision was postponed, really canceled last year. But what has been the best part of this Eurovision experience for you? Because we are having Eurovision this year. It's happening. So far, what has been a standout moment for you?
No, given the fact that I didn't get to go there yet, and I did like a lot of interviews that were fun. That's nice. That's a nice part of it. I really love thinking about it, talking about it, and stuff. But to me, probably the creative process of preparing the show with the dancers and just going back and forth with Marvin, who's doing our stage design, like amazing guy. Together, like with the whole team, with our Czech team here, with Cristo here, with like my management, my team, like just putting everything together and just like making content and just knowing that it's about to come. Like we all know, and we've been all reading and like listening to so many different podcasts and books telling us that it's about a journey, not about the actual thing. And I think the older I am, the more I feel it. As cool as Eurovision is going to definitely be, although you hear it all the time, it is really like being in the moment. Being in a moment of preparing that song, of preparing that show, because the show is gonna go. It's gonna in 3 minutes. It's over, and then I'm just like all of this work that we've been doing is gone. So if you're not enjoying training and getting the moves, from the dancers and not making it, and just like being like, fuck, how do I get this done and stuff, just all of those little, troubles and worries and just finding out the right chemistry between people and stuff to make it happen. I think that's it, and that's probably Eurovision for me so far.
That's amazing. That's really beautiful. And I think so important. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. It's interesting because normally every year I have like my Eurovision boyfriend. And I think last year you were my Eurovision boyfriend. And it just hit me in this moment that I don't think I have a Eurovision 2021 boyfriend, but it might just have to be you, I guess.
I might just love to be that.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me, and break a leg on the stage. We're rooting for you. We really, really are.
That's what we say when you say break a leg. Thank you so much for this interview. Thank you for amazing questions. And you're such a nice, positive energy. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.